Chide, these are sacred. You must not touch them. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Welcome to Deb Stories, where every tale weaves the vibrant thread of our heritage. Do like and subscribe, share this video to your friends and family. Now let's get back to the story. In the quiet village of Obogbo, where mornings smell like fresh dew and evening echo with laughter, lived the family that everyone admired, the Omayes. They weren't rich, but they shared something many envied, which was warmth, love, and harmony. At least until Chide, their firstborn, allowed her stomach to lead her into trouble big enough to shake their entire household. Chide was 17, tall for her age, with bright, curious eyes that always seemed to dance with ideas or hunger. Anyone who knew her knew she loved food the way people love music. She ate happily, she ate loudly, she danced while eating. Food made her alive. Her mother, Aladi, often laughed and said, "Chide's stomach has no end. It's like the Ojeku River flowing forever." Her father, Ejiga, teased, "One day, that stomach will call a family meeting and everyone would laugh." But they said it in love. Everyone loved Chide. She was helpful, playful, funny, and had a way of making chores feel like a festival. But she also had a weakness, a big one that smelled like pepper soup and roasted fish. Every year, the village held a harvest festival, a celebration of gratitude. Families presented food offerings, which were symbolic gifts as Thanksgiving offerings. This year, the Omaye's family was especially proud. They had worked really hard after a difficult season, so they saved the best of everything. 3 fat yams, 2 smoked antelopes, a bowl of bright red palm oil, sweet millet cakes, dried fish wrapped in leaves, and fresh peppers. Everything was stored carefully inside the barn, waiting for the festival. Before she locked the barn, Aladi turned to Chide and said gently but firmly, "Chide, these are sacred. You must not touch them." And for a moment, just a moment, Chide meant to obey. But hunger has its own voice, and hers was louder than common sense. That night, after everyone slept, Chide woke up to a craving that felt like someone was knocking inside her belly. She told herself, "I will only smell the food, just smell it." But when she opened the barn door, the aroma of cooked antelope and dried fish greeted her like long-lost friends. She stared, the food stared back, and her stomach softly said, "Just a little. Nobody will notice." So she took a little, then a little more, then one more tiny bite. By the time she was done, the basket looked like it had survived a small war. When she realized what she had done, fear washed over her face, but the fear came too late. Chide cleaned her mouth with trembling fingers and whispered, "What have I done?" At sunrise, Aladi entered the barn. Her scream shook the entire house. The offering was ruined. Ejiga rushed in. His face fell. Chide's sister, Oma, stood at the doorway, shocked. "Chide," Aladi whispered, her voice breaking. You did this?" And Chide, unable to lie, nodded. The disappointment in her mother's eyes felt heavier than any punishment. Her father shook his head slowly. "We trusted you. We believed in you." And that was the part that hurt the most. Not the scolding, not the embarrassment, the disappointment. Word spread quickly around the village. Chide ruined the family's offering. What will they do now? People whispered in the streets. Children giggled behind her back. Adults shook their head when she passed. And inside her own home, silence grew like a stubborn weed. She wasn't allowed to help with cooking anymore. Her siblings avoided her. Her mother looked at her with eyes full of hurt. Her father barely spoke to her. For the first time in her life, Chide felt truly alone. One evening, she sat under the Igala tree behind the compound, Hugging her knees, she watched the sun melt into the horizon. Her stomach didn't feel hungry that night. Her heart did. She whispered, "I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I just didn't think." And then a thought struck her, the kind that doesn't come easily. She stood up, wiped her face, and decided to change the story. The next morning, before anyone woke up, Chide left the house with a basket. She went into the forest. She gathered wild fruits. She collected mushrooms. She scraped palm kernels. She fetched water. She helped elderly villagers carry firewood. She cleaned the community well. She watched over crying toddlers while their mothers cooked. She worked with quiet determination, never complaining, never expecting praise. Day after day she did this until villagers noticed. Is that not Chide? That girl is trying, oh. She has changed though. Her siblings began to watch her differently, not with fear or mockery, but curiosity. Her mother's expression softened. Her father began greeting her again. One day, the village chief came to the Omaye house. He said, "I have seen her efforts. A child who knows her mistakes and works to repair it is on the path of wisdom. Forgive her." And in that moment, something very heavy lifted from the family's hearts. Aladi held Chide tightly. Ejiga touched her head gently. Her siblings hugged her with shy smiles. And Chide cried, not from shame this time, but from relief. The family created a new offering, smaller but made with love and sincerity. When they brought it to the village center, the villagers nodded approvingly. The drums began, masquerade dance, children laughed. It was a big celebration, and Chide felt the sunlight was finally touching her again. At the celebration, her mother whispered in her ear, "It is not hunger that almost ruined this family. It was forgetting how much we mattered to each other. But you found your way back." Chide still loved food. Everyone knew that. But she learned to love responsibility even more. Whenever younger children acted greedy, their parents would say, "Do you want to be like Chide?" And Chide would laugh and add, "Only if you want to do double the work later." Chide became known not as the girl who ate the offering, but as the girl who fixed what she had broke with honesty, humility, and a big heart. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos.